Grand Rising, my little cherubs, and I do hope this finds you well. So this is going to be a pick a card reading for, this is for singles, and it's going to be what is next in love for you. So before I jump in, I just want to do a quick bit of housekeeping, so bear with me for a second. First of all, welcome to my channel and thank you for clicking on this reading. I really do appreciate it. If it does resonate with you, please press the like button. It really does help the channel quite a lot, and it's a free energy exchange. Do you know what I mean? Secondly, I'm not monetized here as well, so if you do want to donate to the channel, please feel free. The details will be in the description box below. And lastly, before I jump in, I just want to specifically say that I'm not actually a tarot reader. I read energy, all right? Sometimes I'll use cards, and if I do, I will show you the cards that I'm using. I will show you each card that comes out, and that's just that. 9 times out of 10, I'm reading off of something like this because I've downloaded a message for whatever pile or whatever reading that I'm doing, because that's how it works for me. And so yeah, if I'm not your reader and if I don't resonate with you and it's not something that you like, that's fine. You can always find yourself another reader. There are thousands of them here on YouTube, loads of them. So please feel free to find another reader that's more suitable to you. I have no problem with that. And so now I'm going to jump into your reading. All right, I will see you at pile number 1. Grand Rising, my little cherries. For those of you who picked crystal or pile number 1, that is the blue calcite. I've got a little downloaded message here as well. I wrote it down for you. So it's going to be as painful for me as it is for you as I read that this chicken scratch. All right. So straight away, I picked up that you guys are in some sort of separation, or you know, you've separated from somebody, and that's the strongest energy that I've picked up here. So I'm just going to read that for you. It says, for you guys, I'm picking up someone in separation, that you're in separation from. This is an arrogant energy. Someone who assumed that you would be giving them one more chance. This person I pick up broke your heart. I feel like something was uncovered, or they were caught out in some sort of lie, or caught out with something or someone. This floored you, knocked you for 6. This person wants a heart-to-heart with you, only to draw you back into them. You don't want to revisit this. I feel like you've been healing in every way possible. You have freed yourself from them. Whether they left or you did, it doesn't matter. For a couple of you, you want this person back, but only if they can put in the work to be able to value the connection. I have to tell you that for those of you who have this so-called heart-to-heart, that you will actually hear something that gives you the ick. And for those of you that don't, you will hear from someone else, or someone will verify truths that make you free yourself altogether. I feel like a lot of you have had this internal kind of feeling, maybe like an intuition in regards to this person, but you're about to hear something that's gonna verify what you've known. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, because that's pretty much what it was, I'm gonna pull some cards. Sorry for the confusion, bear with me. I've been trying to recover from this brain aneurysm that I had, and it is a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be. And so yeah, it is wreaking havoc with how I speak, with how I deal with things. But I've got some advice from a friend of mine who literally said to me that I need to just jump into it and keep going, it will get better. So I'm going to pull some cards in regards to what's next in love for you. I literally just picked up this person. This person, like whether you want them or not, this person was coming through to kind of hijack the situation. So I'm going to pull some cards about what's next in love for you, my pile number 1s, because for the majority of you, you do not want to be with this person. You don't want to revisit this situation. You're done with it. All right. So Spirit, what is coming up next in love for my singles who picked pile number 1? What is coming up? Right, so what we have is we've got limitations and fears. We've got past, lack and suffering. We have also got attraction, Mars and hot. And we've got receive and open. All right. These two cards in particular, I feel like that this was the connection that you were in. This connection did trigger a lot of your fears and stuff like that. And it also made you face yourself. I feel like you sort of had a dark night of the soul. You had a mirrored experience. And I feel like in this connection, or this ex connection, this past connection that you are done with and have been healing from, I feel like this has kind of showed you what you want and what you don't want. You're not angry with it anymore. You're not hurt about it anymore. I feel like you're kind of ready to just move on from the past, move away from lack, move away from suffering, move away from feeling like you're being like you're unheard, or you're being held down in some way. I feel like you weren't able to be yourself fully in that past connection, and this is what you do not want to go back to. What you have coming up for you, my lovelies, is you do have because you are in this open energy right now, you are ready to move forward. Like I said, you want to leave this behind you. For the majority of you, for a small number of you, you do, you know, harbour some, you know, thoughts and feelings that you want this person to, you know, make a return. But for the minute, I'm dealing with those of you who don't want to do that. So, okay, bear with me. I'm getting two separate messages. You are in the energy of receiving. You are ready to be open. You are ready for someone to come into your space. All right. But what you want is you want something that is passionate, but you don't want it to just be passion. You want it to have some sort of standing, some sort of life behind it. For me, fire is life. Yes, water is life. We need water and stuff like that. But without fire, nothing really exists. You know, we live on a planet that fire is necessary. So I feel like you want something that's hot and that's passionate, but you also want it to be stable. You want it to breathe life into projects, or breathe life into your ambitions. You don't want anything that's going to be sucking your energy away from you. I feel like this person that you were with in the past did that. What is coming up for those who are in pile number 1? What is next for them in love, please? We've got retreat and time out. I feel like that's where you've been. I feel like you've been in solitude for a while. You've distanced yourself from this person. You've got two people in this card, and one's kind of walking away and they've got their head back, and that's this person, and this person's being left in the past. So I feel like you're really done with this situation. You've released, you've surrendered, and you've purged. You've let go of the situation. You know, you've done a lot of healing. What's coming up next for you, my love, is clarity. All right? Someone who is going to be honest and open. All right? Someone who isn't really going to make you sit down and question where it's going or what's happening. I feel like this person will be open with you. I also feel like this situation did help you with a lot of spiritual growth. It helps you step into your intuition to open your third eye. We've got twin flames, and while you've heard me here before, and if you haven't heard me here before, say that I don't subscribe to twin flames, because I don't. I do subscribe to higher level soulmates, so this is going to be a strong connection. Very strong. I do feel like at first, though, this may present some situations where you do feel a little bit doubtful, because this person is not what you're used to. I feel like this person can be quiet. I feel like you're used to people who are a little bit loud, a little bit boisterous. They say what they want, kind of thing, but never really follow through. This person is quiet. They sort of move in the shadows. They move in the silence. They expect their work to speak for them. There's a saying that says, "I know you by your works." So this person likes to let what they're doing speak for them. So they will. Thank you. I'm hearing this person has got They don't do words, they do acts of service. So it's like this person will show you how they feel through the things that they will do for you. Maybe this person will run you a bath. Maybe this person will make you tea. Maybe this person will cook you dinner. Maybe they'll take you out. It's irrelevant. This person moves with intention. Alright? We've got self-love, creation and intentions on this card. So I feel like this person that's coming into your space, that's coming into your life, is definitely coming in with intention to create something beautiful. On the bottom of the deck, we've got sun, strength and empowerment. I feel like you've put yourself in a space where you're not willing to accept anything less. You don't want anything that is status quo. You want something that's going to help you and that you can help them. So it's like I'm seeing as you water me, I water you kind of thing. Do you get what I mean? Karma and balance is being restored, and justice is coming in for you as well. I do feel like the person that you were connected with tried to, in some way, tried to kind of trauma bond you or tried to keep you or possess you in some way. And I feel like you've broken free of that. But this is coming along to let you know that there will be balance restored. And, you know, there'll be karmic justice as well. This person coming in has, you know, they've got a lot to do with how you feel about your inner child as well. Because I feel like you've put yourself in a place where you are loving on you. You are practicing healthy detachment. It's been a long time coming for a lot of you, and for a few of you it's been quite difficult, but at the same time you are in that nurturing space when it comes to nurturing yourself, when it comes to self-love and self-care. You know that self-care in pinches. You lot have done a lot of work. You guys are the hard-working pile. I don't know about the other piles yet, we'll see what happens, but so far you guys are the hardest working, the hardest working energy that I'm picking up. Because as far as I can see here, you guys have definitely known or definitely know what it takes to put in the healing, to basically hug yourself from the inside out. You've realised if you don't do it, no one else will. We've got celebration. Celebration gives abundance. The universe has seen you putting in this work. They have seen you actually just take yourself and remold yourself. Rise like a phoenix. They've also understood that you've understood that accepting less than who you are or accepting less than what you're worth also has a knock-on effect. I feel like there have been periods of time in the past where you worked with a fixer-upper. And during that time, sorry, I've dribbled on myself. And during those times of you doing that, what the message that you were sending out was, this is what I think I'm worth. And so the universe just kept bringing you more of that. You've understood your vibration. You understand also how your abundance is linked to your vibration. You've understood how your patterns have played a part, and you're taking complete responsibility and accountability for that. I hope this makes sense to you guys. So we have got rebirth of winter. Alright, so I feel like this is more of a timing situation. We are approaching winter now. We are still in fall, but we are approaching winter. And I feel like between now and probably Taurus season, so you're looking at between now and May, I feel like this person will be coming into your direction or coming into your life. They've also had a rebirth or several rebirths just like you have had. They know their worth as well, so it's not a question of you having to coach them through anything, help them to, like, you're not going to have to carry this person, I'm hearing. We've got Ace and Earth, so this is like the Ace of Earth, and a lovely card. I do love the way, I don't know if you can see that properly, but hopefully you can. She's wearing a dress that's made out of leaves. I freaking love autumn. I love walking my dog in the field and seeing like these, like the trees that look like this remind me of sunshine. I think it's gorgeous. But this is an earth card. We've got Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. This person may be a Taurus, a Virgo or a Capricorn, but I'm picking up that this is a timing. This is like a timing situation. So between winter and, I'm going to go straight away and say, like I said, Taurus season. I feel like this is when you're meeting this person. Let's pull some of these clarifying life situations and see what comes out. What can my singles expect, please? Those who picked pile number 1. What's coming up next for my singles, please? Okay, so we have got small steps. The small wins. The small triumphs. The everyday victories. Celebrate them. They will take you there. I also feel like you are, at this point in time, moving with intention yourself. I feel like you are not putting yourself around situations that make you feel put down in any way. Like, look at this guy rising above it all. Taking a stand. Not caring what anyone else around him is doing. Like, everyone else around him is not doing much, are they? I feel like you're at this space of celebrating yourself. You're in this space of making sure that you never put yourself in a situation to accept less than again. Because I feel like you're in this space of, you know, it says here, in a vision, cut through the fog of confusion with your power of discernment. Like I said, I feel like you've definitely got clarity. You are definitely seeing what's in front of you. You're not messing about this time round. For a few of you, I do feel like you see this as you're putting in one last effort into this whole situation with whoever or whoever comes into your life next. And you've got enough to give one last person, but if this don't work out, you're done. Sorry. So it says there, one last move. You have come far on your journey. Keep going and you will soon see that what you have accomplished. And we've got this card here. And this person's walking solo dolo at the moment. Alright, so I feel like this is where you are. You're at this space where, you're good. You want to make steady progress. You want to keep moving forward. If someone comes in, great. You're open to that. You're not closed off in any way. But if they don't, if it doesn't work out, okay, no worries. It's fine. Alright. We've got the scales of balance. Seek equilibrium in love and career, harmonizing your inner scale to weigh decisions with both heart and mind. This also reminds me of Libra, obviously, because of the scales. But I feel like you found your balance. Like I'm so drawn to the scales that are perfectly balanced. I feel like you have found your balance. I feel like you are happy in yourself. Finally, like you've reached a point where you're okay with yourself. And at the end of the day, like I was saying, if someone comes in, then great. Someone comes in, but if they don't, you're okay regardless. And that's a fantastic space to be in. Let's pull some of these and see what comes out. Don't really enjoy using the romance angels because the person doesn't make cards anymore and she isn't really a fan of it. But at the same time, I am drawn to pick these up, so I'm going to pick them up. Spirit, what messages have we got for pile number 1, please? What messages have we got for pile number 1 who have picked this blue calcite? What is next in love for pile number 1, please, Spirit? Okay, so pick 3 cards. like I was saying, I feel like the next connection that you're getting into is going to be very significant, extremely strong, passionate. I feel like this is going to be someone that you connect with. We've got past life as well, so I do feel like this is someone you're going to feel like you've known for forever. I feel like you may have had past lives or past life relationships before, and we've got getting to know each other. And I feel like this is perfect. These are perfect because, with this past life relationship, it says here you've known each other before. But I feel like you've known each other in a previous life. You've had connections before in different times, different spaces, dimensions, wherever. But I also feel like, whether or not you've known this person in past lives and this person is your soulmate, you should take time to get to know them. You should get time to weigh them out to see if they are what you want. Think with your brain, see how it goes. But I do feel like this next connection coming in for you is extremely strong. I feel like for the most part it's just you and this person. Alright, for the most part. Some of you may have had children because you're at that stage in your life. Some of you may be too young to even think about that. Some of you also may have gone past the whole child rearing or the child bearing stages and you're done with that. But the bottom line is, I feel like you're creating your own little harmonious family, whatever that looks like to you. I feel like this person coming in for you is going to be someone who is adventurous. I pick up somebody who is fiery, somebody who is passionate, who can be a little bit intense. But I also think that you can be intense as well. And I feel like you guys will, rather than clash, I feel like you'll mesh. So rather than butt heads, I'm picking up a glove fitting, like this person feels right for you. And I feel like for a lot of you that have come to this reading, a lot of you are mature. You're mature like myself. And so you have probably been around the block a few times. You've probably kissed a few frogs. And, it is what it is. But you've also thought to yourself, even though you haven't given up on love or anything like that, you've also thought to yourself, well, maybe there isn't a person for me and I'm okay with that. Whatever happens, happens. But you've come along just to have a quick little nosy to see what's next for you. And I'm telling you now, pile number ones, you've got somebody strong coming in. You've got somebody who is not backwards about coming forward. Somebody who will express how they feel about you. Someone who won't leave you wondering. Someone who won't leave you questioning. I feel like you're going to be making brand new memories. That, for some people who are at a certain stage in their lives, you think that you've done it. There's no more firsts. Like, you've gone through all of that. So, there's not many firsts left for you to have. There's still so many firsts. You have not done everything. You have not experienced everything because you're still here. And so there are still experiences for you to have. There are still things for you to create. There are still things for you to experience. And so I feel like this is universe's way, having a little laugh as well, just to remind you that there are still a few firsts for you to have. All right. So you guys that have picked pile number one, you've definitely got somebody coming in that is nothing like the person that you were with. The person you were with was a liar. I'm going to be blunt. The person you were with, you knew was a liar at some point because obviously they got found out. But also this person was up to some shady shit behind closed doors. And I feel like if you haven't found this out recently, you're about to. And this is only going to confirm to you what you already knew. So you don't feel like you're going nuts. Like, you don't feel like so you know that you haven't harshly judged this person by stepping away. You've done the right thing. Whoever stepped away from this connection, and if this person stepped away from you, what a fool. They're realising it now, but not realising it in a sense where they want to do right by it. They realise it and they still want to possess it and to... Oh, really? Okay. So this person is still wanting to steal your light, still wanting to steal your energy. This person this person only got the attention they got from other people, and you'll know what I'm talking about, because they were entangled with you. Your energy made them look pretty. Your energy made them look nice. For those of you who are still kind of hung up on this past person, because for a few of you, you are, that will fade. Because when you have a heart-to-heart with this person, they will give you such an ick that you won't be able to go back. And that'll be it for you. Either way, you guys, in pile number 1, you are going to stay single. If you do go back to this person, and no one's telling you what you should do, but if you do go back to this person for the first 2 weeks, maybe a month, 2 at the outside most, because 2 seems to be coming up quite a lot in my mind, within a certain period of time, you are going to find out why your guys were trying to keep you away from this person. See, sometimes we're supposed to take a different road, and we've got free will down here, so we make choices for ourselves that might not necessarily be the best. But either way, whether you choose to go back to this person or not, you are going to be single, and you will be meeting somebody else on the back of your healing. So if you do go back to this person and you still have lessons that you need to learn with them, fair dues, go ahead and do that. This person will still come in at some point, because they are for you. And at the end of the day, what's for you won't pass you by. You're just going to have to go through a period of healing and that first before that happens. Alright, so hopefully I've given all the messages I was meant to give, because I did get 2 messages, and so this was the last bit of me clearing it up. But for the vast majority of you that have picked pile number 1, you do not want to reignite anything with this person. You don't want to share the same space as them, and to be fair, I cannot blame you. So yeah, hopefully this made sense to you. Take the bits that resonate, leave the rest that doesn't. Please like, share and subscribe, and if you feel like donating to the channel, free will, of course, you don't have to. The details are in the description box below. Alright, so thank you and have a good night. And rising, my little cherubs, hope this finds you well. So this is a singles pick a card or crystal for what is next in love. This is pile number 2. So for those of you who picked this angelite, it's a crystal that one of my very close friends got for me. Absolutely love it. For those of you who picked this is going to be your reading. So I've written down a little bit of a download that I've got as well, and it's in chicken scratch, so it will be as painful for you as it is for me to listen to it as it is for me to read it. Alright, so I'm going to jump straight in. Alright, so you guys have been working on yourselves. You've stripped yourselves back, you've taken off your mask, and have little to no issues with being your true selves. Because of your level up, the universe is guiding you towards new love, someone with honor and determination. I'm not picking up any ulterior motives. I am feeling that this person has integrity. They're protective, not controlling or possessive. It will also feel like you have known them before in another lifetime. I'm not picking up a long wait before you meet this person. It feels like a soulmate vibe. This could actually be connected to pile number 1 for some of the cards that came out. So if you were attracted to pile number 1, then maybe listen to pile number 1 as well. Alright. Okay, this feels like a soulmate vibe. Someone on your level spiritually, mentally and emotionally. Keep an open mind though. This person may not be your usual type in the way of looks. They may be a different colour or background, maybe even religion. But once you talk to them, it's like you've known them forever. They're not looking for someone to lean on. They don't have any addictive patterns that can affect you or the connection. They're very independent. They or you could be divorced or both. But you've put the past behind you. Both of you have. Your idea of true love has changed. I'm picking up that this could be the relationship that you've worked towards. That you've worked towards all of this time. Let's pull some cards though, and we'll see what comes out. Alright. So I'm gonna pull some oracle cards. We'll use some of these today, and I'm also gonna use the Romance Angels from Doreen Virtue. I don't usually like to use these, but I was called to use them only because the person doesn't really like make them anymore, and she's not really on that. But yeah, so bear with me and we'll see what comes out for you guys. So for you, my pile number 2 spirit, what have you got coming towards pile number 2s? What is next in love? All right, what is happening around pile number 2? So straight away we have got self-love, creation and intentions. As I was picking up, you guys have done a lot of work on yourselves. You guys have stepped into your authenticity, and you're creating a new future for yourself. But like I said, I feel like this person is going to be moving with intention, in a download. I'm sure that's what I said. I feel like this person's got true intentions, good intentions. I feel like this person is also a person who wants to feed the connection rather than just take from it. All right, what's this person gonna be like, please, Spirit? What have we got coming forward for pile number 2s? What's next in love? So we've got the decisions and we've got distance. Now this card, distance, came up in pile number 1 as well as the self-love and intentions card. So this might be connected to pile number 1 as well. I feel like this is more to do with you. All right, you know, you've taken a leap of faith into yourself. I'm also picking up on the back of this person's head. I've never seen that before, but it looks like a face, doesn't it? I feel like you've done a lot of inner work. This reminds me of a path. Like this is like the 2 paths of your life, or the 2 halves of who you are. We've got the dark, the light, the masculine, the feminine. I feel like you've done a lot of work in trying to bring these things into harmony. You've realized that you can't just, you know, let go or like completely forget or destroy or whatever the dark, because without that you don't know where the light is, and vice versa. You've also realized that your masculine and feminine energy have to be in balance in order to be healthy, and so you are in this, you know, in this space of doing that. You've taken time out, you've taken a moment to kind of distance yourself from people, places and things that don't have any bearing on where you're going. We've got soul ties and reunion. So like I was picking up, I do feel like you're going to feel like you've known this person from the past. I feel like this is going to be a situation where the 2 of you are being reunited from a previous life. You're also leaving a place of lack and suffering. This card also came out in pile number 1. All right, I do feel like these piles are linked. We've got alchemy, ancestors and guides. So you're pile number 2, you're definitely paying attention to your intuition. You're definitely not going anywhere that doesn't feel right to you. So the person that's coming in for you, I feel like you're in this space where you trust yourself, you trust your discernment, you're in communication with your higher self. You are definitely changing the energy around you, changing things for the better. This person that's coming in is gonna help to activate you in a much stronger way than you've been able to activate yourself. Not saying you need them to activate you, but there's going to be something that they help you to unlock. I feel like you also have the power to manipulate energy in some way. We've got this person basically holding energy in their hands. We've also got release, surrender and purge, and gifts and abundance. See, this card came out as well, and so did this card in pile number 1. For you guys, I feel like, you know, you have definitely released, you've surrendered, you've purged, you've done so much work on yourself. It's like you're flowing like water. This person's dress is made out of water. You're flowing like water. You've understood what true healing actually is. It's going with the currents, it's going with the ebbs, the flows, the ups, the downs, and you are also in celebration. You're celebrating your gifts, you're celebrating your abundance. You guys know that abundance isn't just money. You know that it's also health. You know that it's the way that your mindset is. And this card came flying out, but this card also came flying out for pile number 1. So we've got Ace, Earth, and we've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You may be a Taurus, a Virgo, or Capricorn yourself. This person that's coming in may be an Earth sign as well. We've got self-care energy. So that's a really nice card. I quite like that. This card lets me know that you also understand the reality of self-care. A lot of people think that self-care and self-love is like giving yourself all of these things. Oh, I'm just loving on myself. Sometimes some of the things that we're giving ourselves is not healthy. Self-care and self-love isn't drinking that pint. It's not eating that whole packet of biscuits. It's not putting yourself in a situation that's going to hurt you down the road or later on down the road in the long run. It's about doing what's right for you and taking into account your higher self. And sometimes self-care can pinch a little bit. It can come across as you being detached or cold, but you're okay with that. Like I said in the download, you've taken off your mask, you've stripped yourself bare, and you're okay with presenting yourself as an authentic being, whoever you are. And whoever doesn't like it, well, that's up to them. What else is coming up, please? What is going on with pile number 2? What's next in love for them, please, Spirit? And this card came out in pile number 1. This is a very strong connection. I don't subscribe to twin flames. I've said it here before, I'll say it again. I do not subscribe to twin flames because I feel like this is something that can get in the way of true progression, or of true, like, what true love actually is. But I feel like this connection for you, this is a very strong soul connection. This was something forged in the fire. Alright? There you go. We've got self-worth here as well. So you've definitely picked up on your self-worth. You're okay with going it alone, but you also wouldn't mind sharing it with somebody. And I feel like this person that's coming in for you is going to spark something in you, as well as you sparking things in them. I feel like it's going to be a two-way street. We've got shadow side, moon, and the dark night. So you've been through several dark nights of the soul, pile number 2. And each and every time you've come out of that stronger, you've come out of that better. I feel like this person also shares spiritual attributes, the same spiritual attributes that you have. I feel like you both have them. This person's also not afraid to be themselves. We've got thoughts isolating. We've also got until debt until debt tear us apart, contracts, commitments, career. So I do feel like you have gone past a situation where your thoughts have, it's like intrusive thoughts, thoughts and fears of commitment. I feel like you guys might have been frightened of committing to the wrong person, of giving your all to the wrong people, and so, you know, for some parts or some times or some moments you may have held yourself back. Regret and repression. This as well, this screams Dark Night of the Soul to me as well. I feel like you guys have been through so many evolutions. I'm seeing a phoenix as well rising from the ashes. You guys have been through so many rebirths. It's like you're a pro at this as well now. I do have to say though, that this connection is going to be extremely powerful. Make sure that when you do step into this, that you don't kind of forget who you are. Make sure that you don't lose yourself in it all, you know, because it can be quite intense. We've got fulfillment and wish. Let me hold it up. Fulfillment and wish. Got Aladdin's little lamp on there as well. Yeah, this has been a long time coming, my lovelies. I feel like a lot of you actually gave up on finding somebody for yourselves. And no matter what we go through, and no matter how crappy it can look out there, you know, don't get jaded. I think that's what the message is in fulfillment. It's just not to get jaded. Let's grab an oracle deck. We've got messages of love. Alright. So, Spirit, what messages have you got for pile number 2? What is next in love for them? What is next in love for the singles for pile number 2? So we've got damage. We are both hurting from this. So for a few of you, you may still be involved with somebody that you're not seeing eye to eye with. And when I say involved, I mean it's like complicated, because there isn't a label on this. This isn't a relationship. This may have been friends with benefit that went a bit too far. This may have been, you know, this is somebody who didn't really want to commit to the connection, but was happy to soak up your energy. This is someone who would like you to believe that they are hurting from whatever it was, because they just want to draw you back in. This person is only hurting because they're no longer given, or they no longer have access, sorry, to your energy. What messages have you got for pile number 2, please? What's next in love for my singles that picked pile number 2? Okay, so we've got secrets, values, and third party. So this says, I haven't told you everything. I do feel like this is linked to pile number 1, because pile number 1 basically had a situation they were involved with, and you know, they'd split from this person. A lot of them didn't want to go back to that person, but for a few of them they kind of did. But there was also things coming out about this past person. So I do feel like there is still some things coming out about this past person that you were involved with. This person that wants you to believe that they are hurting from this as much as you have hurt from it, which I don't think they are. They're hurting from not being able to get a fix on their off of your energy. You have realized your value. Alright, it says here we have too many differences. You've realised your value, you've stepped away from this, you've done way too much healing. Even if you did step back into the same space with this person, even if you did want to re-pursue something with them, because I do feel like this person's hijacking this energy quite strongly, I do feel that it would just not be the same, because you've done so much work on yourself. You're just not going to be accepting certain things, and I don't think you're willing to even go back to see if that's going to be a thing. We've got third party. It says there were other things that got in the way of us being together. But look at all that smoke. This is smoke and mirrors. So I feel like this person, there are still some things to come out about this past person that you haven't learned yet for some of you. For some of you, that you already know this and you're done. Reflection. Being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. This I feel like is you. I feel like this person, whoever you stepped away from or whoever stepped away from you, this allowed you to actually heal and to do right. They thought that this was going to kind of put you in this energy of being a chaser. I feel like this person wanted you to be a chaser, wanted you to be dependent or codependent on them in some way. And I feel like they didn't they didn't bank on you absolutely deciding to choose yourself. I mean, it's always a choice, isn't it? I feel like a lot of people seem to think, oh, this person loves me, they'll never leave me. This person is so involved with me, I can do what I want. They really neglect to realise that it isn't a choice between them being alone. It's a choice between them or you. You already know this, though. And you chose yourself. You were like, nope, I'm out. This allowed you to see it for what it was. We've got destiny. I'm struggling to find the right path. I've read what it says on the card, but I'm so attracted to this person that is on the edge of a balcony, on the edge of something, and just with their arms wide out, just saying, yeah, this is freedom. Give me whatever you've got for me, universe. You're ready to take a leap of faith into yourself. You're ready to take a leap of faith in the direction of somebody new, in the direction of something new, which is why you've probably come here. Alright, one more card from this deck, please, Spirit. Thank you. And we've got confirmation. Runner. This person wanted you to be a chaser while they ran. I don't want to run anymore. Apparently they don't want to run anymore. But it's only because you're not willing to chase them. What have we got, please, for pile number 2? We're going to look at these romance oracle decks now. What messages have you got for pile number 2, please, Spirit? What have you got for pile number 2 in regard to what's coming in for them? What's this new person going to be like? What can they expect? What's going on around them and their single life, please, Spirit? Right, so straight away the first card that flipped out by itself was new love. So you most certainly have got somebody new coming in. Somebody new... Excuse me. Somebody new that's going to help you nurture your inner child some more. Because I feel like with a lot of the spiritual growth that you have done and a lot of the stuff that you've been through, you dropping your mask and stripping yourself right back, I still feel like there's probably some inner child healing that probably needs to be done. And I feel like this person's going to help you to do that. Also, we've got your love life is being affected by children. So some of you may have children. Some of you may have young children that you are worried about in regards to stepping into a new connection. I feel like this person is, you know, this person coming in is not somebody that you're going to necessarily need to be worried about. We've got attraction here as well. It says you attract to romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So with this card here, what I'm picking up is that you being okay in your energy where you are now. This kind of says, this is like 9 of Pentacles energy for me, where that woman's in the garden and she's cool by herself and she's abundant and she's stopping to smell the roses. This is, you need to take some time. You've done so much work. Just take some time out to smell the roses. Take some time out to appreciate where you are on your journey. We've got express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And I feel like this person is going to be okay with acts of like gift giving. I feel like this person is not going to be scared to express how they feel about you, just as much as you may express how you feel about them. There may be some issues with communication because I am struggling a bit to keep my throat clear. So there may be some issues with communication, but I feel like this person would express it anyway, and I feel like you may be quite expressive. So them expressing how they feel, them struggling to say it might not be such a problem for you because you're going to be able to see it. excuse my squeaky chair. And we've got true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So I do feel like this is something that you've been, you know, preparing for in some way. Maybe you haven't like consciously been doing that, but subconsciously I do feel like you've been working on yourself, because I feel like the person that you've stepped away from, or the person that you've moved away from, or whoever moved away from who, I feel like you know, you're in a situation where, you know, it's like being in a situation where you're in a connection that's forced you into yourself. It's forced you to go and learn about who you are, and what you're willing to accept and what you're willing to not accept and stuff like that. 1 second. And so even though it's, you know, that other relationship has forced you into these things, the work that you've done on yourself has put you in an energy to receive that kind of love that people write about, you know. I hope this makes sense to you. We've got a conversation. I want to call you and hear your voice. So I feel like this person, even though they might struggle a little bit with communication at first, I do feel like this is something that will definitely improve. I feel like this person will be able to express how they feel to you, as well as tell you, and you know, all in good time, obviously. This connection is going to feel really powerful. It's going to feel, I feel like a whoosh feeling in my stomach, like I'm excited, like not butterflies, but more of a got to catch my breath, because it's happening so fast. Take some time, you know, just to stop a bit, smell the roses, pay attention to what's going on around you, and the moment that it doesn't feel right, obviously step away, because you're not sewn into anything. But I don't pick up there's going to be any sort of like ulterior motives with this person. I'm not picking up that this person is wanting to connect with you so that they can steal your energy. I feel like this has been a problem in the past. So for you, my darlings, you are going to be meeting somebody brand new, somebody that is, I feel like that's somebody that's been waiting to come forward for a while, but because you were previously tied up with healing or with learning lessons in different spaces and places, I do feel like, you know, it's taken some time for them to come forward. This might be a little bit of a wait. All right, the card we've got here is autumn. All right, we are in autumn now. So, I mean, unless you're meeting this person over the next couple of months. Okay. My spirit guide is letting me know that it's more than likely in the next couple of months. But for a very small number of you, it is more than likely going to be by autumn next year. Or you'll meet this person in autumn and be married by autumn. If you don't believe in marriage, then it will be more of a deeper connection by autumn next year. This is, I did pick up that it was going to be quick in the download. I did read that out, didn't I? This feels like autumn now. Listen, go to that farmer's market, go to that little Christmas market, go and whatever it is between now and winter, and I'm sure winter's, it comes in on the 22nd of December. So I'm sure that's when the winter solstice is. It's not even called winter solstice, is it? It may be. If I've got it wrong, I've got it wrong, but you know exactly what I mean. The autumn is a time for you to harvest. It's a time for you to, you know, reaping the benefits of your hard work. Go for that walk. I do feel like you're meeting this person this autumn, and by next autumn it's going to be a much stronger, deeper connection. And like I said, for a very small number of you, you'll be meeting this person by next autumn. But I am picking up that the timing on this is more sort of now. So if there is a birthday party that you're invited to, or a dinner, then please go. This person will definitely be around at some point, or at one of these little events or shindigs. Go, because I feel like you'll be meeting them, and it'll be like meeting your other half. This person is nurturing and compassionate. All Alright, I feel like this person is very thoughtful and kind. And for a few of you, this may be a same-sex situation where you're, you know, when I said this person may differ, keep an open mind. You may not have had a same-sex relationship before, and it is what it is. Whatever, listen, go wherever the energy is going. If it feels good to you, it feels good. It feels good to you. All right. So this has been your reading, pile number 2s. Please use your discernment. What's meant for you, please, you know, take it on board. And if it's not meant for you, leave it, because it's probably for somebody else. Please like, share and subscribe. Leave a comment if you choose to. And also, if you want to donate to the channel, the details will be in the description box below. Thank you for clicking on this reading. You have completed a lot of cycles. You have gone through some difficult situations and difficult stages. I feel like the worst is well behind you, and you are meeting that person that you, because your idea of true love has changed, but you'll be meeting the person that that fits into your idea of true love. All right, so that's what's coming up for you next in Love, my singles. Take care, have a good night. Grand rising, my little cherubs. Well, this is going to be pile number 3. So for those of you who picked this raw blue lace agate, love it. This is going to be your reading. So this is a pick a card, singles, for what's next in love. All right, singles are complicated. So I'm going to jump straight in. I'm going to read a little download that I got off there, chicken scratch, as you can see. So it's going to be as painful for you as it is going to be for me to try and read that, and for you to listen to it. Right, so I'm going to jump in. Okay, my lovelies, the energy that I got straight away from you guys was High Priestess energy. I feel like you guys have been single for a while. You've been practicing self-love and self-care. You've learned from past relationships. You've grown, taken responsibility where and when necessary. You're also making healthy choices leading to a happier you. You're ready for a new journey, and you want to embrace a healthy, happy love life with someone who you can see as your equal. Sorry about that. Someone you can see as your equal. You've worked through your triggers and released any resentment attached to any of your past relationships. You've released all karmics, having understood the lesson. Someone new is on the way for you. This is someone who doesn't see life too seriously. They're very spontaneous and playful. Don't get me wrong, they know how to be serious when it's called for. At first, you may not trust this. You may not trust this fully. So just go with the flow, alright, and use your discernment, alright? This is definitely a spiritual connection, okay? So, I'm going to pull some cards, and we will see what comes out for you guys. All right, so let me grab these. So I'm going to be using these oracle cards. All right, so Spirit, what is coming up next for those who have picked pile number 3? What's next in love for them, please? What's next in love, please, Spirit? What is going on for pile number 3? So I'll show you the cards once they've come out. All right, okay, so we've got, I can't ignore it now, to be fair. We've got this card that came out first, and we've got this card that came out second. All right, so this card here, it says spy, watching, inspecting. So I do feel like there is, or maybe a few people from your past that are still kind of got a close eye on you in some way. If you have children, and you have children with somebody that you've left a little while ago now, this person is still in a way maybe sort of inquiring about you or trying to find out more information. This is a long closed chapter in your eyes, but for this person, they haven't been able to move on. I have to speak it for what it is, because I've, you know, That's what I do. And this person's hijacked the reading in some way, so you know, it is what it is. But karma, balance and justice is come out next. So for me, this is like somebody, you know, getting their karma for certain behavior patterns. I feel like there is going to be balance that is restored in this person's life, but I also feel like for you, you're going to be getting some justice. Not that you want it, not that you care anymore about it, but that's just what's come up. All right. What's next for those who have picked pile number 3 for my singles? What's next for them in love, please, Spirit? Okay, so I do feel like the reason why this person's come up is because I do have to give you a little bit of a heads up. This person feels rejected, lost and fragmented. Alright, no matter how long it's been since you've been away from this person, and I do pick up it's been a while, I feel like this person feels, yeah, rejected by you, by the connection. I feel like they're in a sort of dark place. We've got storm and unexpected, and this reminds me of a really bad tower. I feel like this person is harbouring some ill will towards you in some way, and I feel like this has come up so that you can, you know, avoid it in, you know, to your best ability. Don't take any invites from this person. Don't really spend any time in their energy unless you have to, but be on guard that this person may be here to cause some sort of problems. You are stepping into a new connection with somebody, and we've got this card that's come out again. This is self-love, creation and intentions. So this came out for pile 1 and 2, and it's now come out for 3. So I feel like there is some sort of link between these piles and stuff like that. So if you were drawn to more than one, please pick the other one you were drawn to as well, and listen to that and all, because there should be some messages in there for you. You're, like I said, you're in the energy of self-love in the download that I got for you. You're in the energy of like creation, of trying to make something new and beautiful for yourself, because you've gone through the wars, you've gone through the healing where a lot of situations are concerned, you've risen in your power, you're definitely paying attention to your intuition, and you are, you know, you're awake to yourself, and so there is a beautiful thing coming in for you, my lovelies. I'm picking up a lot of light, a lot of love. What else is coming up for my pile number 3s, for my singles that have picked this pile? You have released any fear or any doubt, any lack, any kind of anything that could be holding your frequency down. And I feel like the tables have turned between you and a lot of people in your past. I feel like you've walked away from a lot of that, and I feel like it's because they weren't willing to deal with certain things or learn from certain situations. They were always willing to play the victim or the blame game, I'm hearing. They're left with a karmic debt, and listen, fair dues, I'm hearing this is not what you want. You don't want anybody to go through anything, but some people have to go through certain things in order to learn. Any more messages for my singles that have picked pile number 3, please, Spirit? We've got self-worth and expectations. You have discovered your self-worth, as I did say in the download. This is just confirming the download, really. You've discovered your self-worth and you have raised your expectations. All right, you know, this person's fine on their own. They look comfortable wherever they are. They're standing, whether it's not completely on a ledge, but they're standing on what looks like it could be a ledge, the roof of a building in some way. And this person just seems really cool and calm. They seem okay with everything. They seem really just sort of whatever's whatever, you know. Transformation. So you guys have been through a massive transformation. You've gone through several upheavals. You've been reborn a few times, more times than you can probably count. And, you know, you've had your breakthroughs. You've had epiphanies. Okay. I also feel like you're free. absolutely free. And this person coming in, I feel like is going to be a free spirit as well. I feel like this person has completed cycles themselves. I feel like this person's definitely on your wavelength. Let's grab some situations. So we've got these oracle decks. What's this person bringing into the connection? What can pile number 3 learn from them? What's coming up next for pile number 3 in love for the singles in pile number 3, please, Spirit? I won't be taking any of them, I dropped them. There we are. So I feel like for you, you've been single for a while, and I feel like for most of this time, you know, you've been worried about walking into another drama queen, somebody who has got a massive ego issue. This says thirsty, causing chaos. I feel like this person thrived in certain energies, and I feel like you have been just a little bit worried just in case you're going to pick somebody else that's going to behave that way. Also maybe afraid of someone ghosting or just not doing the right thing. And because you found this balance, I feel like that for a few of you there is a little bit of worry, maybe a little bit of doubt or fear in regard to messing up your vibration in some way. We've got focused, eyes for you, fascinated, watching. So again, we've got another watching card. So I do feel like there is definitely somebody that's got their eye on you. And it's not a comfortable feeling at all. But you're okay regardless. Your vibration is a lot higher than it was. And I feel like even though this isn't a comfortable energy that I'm picking up, it isn't anything that you can't actually deal with. I feel like this person, for a lot of you, is watching in the distance. So they may never make themselves known. They just have their eye on you. But for a few of you, you know, you do kind of still see certain people. You do kind of still have dealings with certain people in some capacity or another. And I do feel like this person's watching you. This is like a really green eye, like very envious. Also picking up a female around you that might be a bit of an envious person. This might be somebody who is portraying themselves as a friend, but I don't think that they are. We've got negotiator, bargaining, begging. So there is a person that is, like I said, watching. I did pick up the energy of somebody who is focused on what you're up to, maybe looking in on your social media, asking questions about you, maybe just listening to conversations where your name comes up, but somehow this person's got some sort of link to you. I do feel like this person's going to be stepping forward because you've moved on mentally and emotionally. You just haven't really moved on physically as of yet. I feel like this person's going to be begging, and you know, this doesn't look like an actual bottle, but there is some sort of liquid coming from it. Maybe it's a water fountain or something, but this feels like alcohol. So maybe this person will show up to your house drunk or something. The person that's coming in for you, my darlings, you've got unconditional. Alright, it's a lovely card. It says genuine, certain love. This person that's coming in, this new person that's on their way to you, is going to be bringing in clarity. It's going to be bringing in a stable connection. And I do think it's around this time that this person will come trying to sort of find their way back in some way, hoping that you'll give them another chance. Maybe they're going to be sort of forming some sort of strategy or some sort of plan. This, you know, to them, you know, it does feel like a tragedy that this has ended or this has come to a close, but for you, this is freedom. You're free and open. Like, you've done a lot of work on yourself, as I picked up. You have moved forward from a lot of things. You've put to bed a lot of situations, friends, places, family, people, whatever doesn't serve your highest purpose or your highest good. You've moved forward because you're a loyal energy that I'm picking up. So there isn't a question on whether or not you're going to take advantage of somebody, because it's just not in your nature to do so. Alien, telepathic dreams, and songs. So I do feel like this connection that's coming in for you, this person is, I feel like there's going to be some sort of bond. There's going to be a link where you guys are able to kind of communicate with each other in your minds. And I don't mean, oh, just sit there and just talk for your mind. It's just like finishing each other's sentences and stuff like that. And that's a real, like, strong synchronicity there, that this person is your person. Let's pull some romance angels quickly for you. What is coming in for pile number 2? What will this person bring in for them? What are they going to be like, please, Spirit? And the card New Love came out. What else have you got, please, Spirit? What other messages have you got for pile number 3? We've got forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So I do feel like you, like, this is like confirmation of you doing so much work on yourself, like learning the lessons from past connections, like forgiving yourself and forgiving them and just moving forward. No animosity, no anger anymore, no like pain or anything like that, you know. And I do feel like this person that's coming in for you may be somebody that's from a completely different background as yourself. You know, maybe this person is from a different ethnicity. Maybe this person has got a different sort of spiritual path, or has just left religion in some way, and maybe that could be a little bit of an issue because nothing's perfect. But I do feel like they're open and they've left behind certain things because they're ready for something new. They're ready to step into their authentic self. But by the time you meet this person, I feel like they would have at least made the first steps into doing that. They're not somebody that's going to want to lean on you. Religious factors came out again. So I do feel like that is definitely something strong. But during this time, let your friends help you. Alright? During this time, follow some guidance and stuff like that. This card came out in the reverse. I haven't got any reverses here, but this card came out in the reverse. And I think it's because in the past, maybe finances or your career or both were something that used to get in the way with past people. Maybe you're able to earn a fair bit, and sometimes that can make partners or prospective partners feel a little bit inadequate. Not that you're supposed to take jewels out of your crown to, I don't know, accommodate these people, no, but sometimes that can be a factor in them why they behave the way that they do. And so I feel like this person, you know, they're equally yoked, I'm hearing. I feel like this person is definitely somebody that has got as much to bring to the table as you have. This person is spiritually sound, I'm hearing. I feel like this is an adventure. It's something that you've asked for. I was being shown a roller coaster and laughing and joy. I was being shown, you know, like when you, it doesn't matter how old you are. I feel like you guys are quite mature though. Whether that's mature in spirit or mature in age, it's irrelevant. I feel like you guys are quite mature, and there's been a lot of focus on your healing, on your growth. But now it's time to have fun. And I feel like this person hasn't like got like a, they don't take things too seriously. They are spontaneous. And so you're in need of that. I feel like you're in need of some fun. You're in need of something that, you know, something that's light-hearted, but also, you know, something that's going to be going somewhere. I feel like this isn't going to be one of those situations where it's not going anywhere. We've got love, adore, admire, enchantment. So I do feel like this person's really going to be focused on you, focused on this connection. I do feel like for a split second, you are going to doubt this situation. Is it too good to be true? That type of thing. Is this some sort of spell? But I feel like for the most part, this is something that you're going to be able to, you know, look past, because I feel like you are going to give it a chance. This is your divine masculine, or your, you know, divine feminine, if you're whoever you are that came here. And if you're in the same sex situation, then so be it. But this has got the divine masculine on the front, so whoever it is, this is your counterpart. A few of you have recently been divorced, and so, you know, you're waiting for that to be finalised, and that's on its way to being sorted. We've got interview, talk, conversation, get on the same page. So communication in this connection is going to be key for what's, you know, for what's coming in for you. Asking the right questions, you know, not getting lost in the source, but kind of being, you know, grounded, and knowing, you know, when to have those conversations to figure out what's going on. You know, not jumping into things too soon. I feel like you've definitely managed to get yourself into a position where that's not going to be a thing. Maybe in the past that was for you. You know, you jumped in, you gave too much too soon. We've got ascension, spiritual path, awakening. So you've definitely put in some work. You've definitely, you know, you've gone within more times than you can count. And this person's on the other side of yet another ascension that you're having. We've got soulmate, similar, friendship, romantic partner. So as I was picking up earlier on, this is somebody that you're definitely meant to kind of be around. They're going to teach you how to have fun again. You're going to teach them how to maybe kind of be a little bit, you know, more responsible with things. Not that they really need you to teach them anything, but it's a give and take, isn't it? We've got done, completed, lessons learned. So as I, you know, this is confirmation for the download earlier on, where you've learned so many lessons from these past connections, whether they've been with your friends, your family, or your lovers, but mainly lovers. They've taught you the most, and I feel like you've learned how to you've learned how to love yourself, you know, properly, like healthily. We've got meeting, 2 or more people discussions and planning. So I do feel like you're definitely meeting somebody. This feels like spring to me. And we do have a timing card that came out earlier on in a pre-shuffle, which is just this one. And it says here spring as well. And this card is kind of just confirming that for me and for you. So yeah, we've got here discussions again. So it's like communication is going to be key for this connection. Being open and honest about what you want. This person is going to be open and honest about what they want as well. As much as they are quite spontaneous and they like to do what they've got to do and stuff like that, I feel like this person's open to committing. Alright? We've got offer, proposal and commitment, and we've got some beautiful purple flowers in the background as well. I feel like this is very spiritually enlightening. I feel like this person has been on a journey as well. You'll have a lot in common. You won't have to hide parts of yourself or even feel, you know, like maybe, you know, you shouldn't have this discussion. It might be a bit too deep for this person, but you're able to talk about all sorts with this person into the wee hours of morning. In the past, maybe you haven't been able to, you know, open up spiritually or whatever, but this is a safe space. This connection feels really safe. Racing, running, avoiding. I feel like you're going to be the one that's going to want to kind of maybe avoid certain things in the situation, because it will feel quite powerful, this connection. And I do feel like at first it might feel like a little bit, you know, too good to be true. But I think those doubts won't last for long. This person, I feel like, is extremely committed to moving with intention. And so I feel like this person will, you know, lay to rest a lot of the doubts. I feel like you'll be able to do the same for them as well. We've got receipts, proof, show me. So I'm seeing this as this person, you know, wanting to show you physically as well as mentally and spiritually like who they are. I feel like this person's an open book. And this person is able to have serious conversations, you know, conversations about everything. I just don't feel like there's going to be anything that you can't discuss with this person at all. Whereas in the past, like I picked up, we had the Drama Queen card. I feel like a few of your past connections may have been quite chaotic. And this person is definitely coming in single. Their current status as of this point, as of now, is available. I just feel like you're both not in a space to be meeting at the moment, but you're looking by spring you would have met this person. I feel like you're literally by March, April. I am picking up Aries vibes, so it's probably around April time. This person could be in Aries or you could be in Aries. We've got nightlife, gamble, take a risk, Vegas. So yeah, you know, take a risk. We've got entrapment, pregnancy, money, heartstrings. I feel like this is something that does worry you a little bit because, like I said, I do feel like you're on your feet. You know what you're doing. For a lot of you, you're in a financially secure situation, and that's where some of, you know, the situations, like I said earlier on, may have been a problem because some people can't really deal with that. But I don't feel like this is going to be a problem. And this woman is pregnant in this card as well. So for a few of you, you know, if you still want to have children, that's definitely a possibility. I feel like this person, I feel like both of you have been worried about it because I feel like you're both financially secure. And whatever financial security looks like to you, it's going to be different for all of you. So I feel like this person is financially secure. I feel like you are. But I do feel like in the past you have met people that have been dependent or codependent on you for something. And I feel like this has been the same thing for them. Synchronicities, signs. So we've got the 1111, 222 and 333. And I'm drawn to the infinity signs on this as well. We've got 888. So I feel here that this is definitely like a, for me this is like the infinity or the eternity sign. Like what goes around comes around. It's meant to be. So you may start seeing 8888 just before you meet this person. I would say 1111, 222 or 333, but they are so common. I prefer to you know, look at the 88. That's what I'm drawn to. So I'm going to tell you that you'll probably start seeing like 8888 just before you're meeting this person. But you would have met them by spring, by April anyway. Grip, anchor chains weighed down. This feels like heavy energy. And I don't feel like it's got anything to do with this current or this new person, sorry. I feel like this is that past person coming in again. And I feel like this person does in some way want to, for lack of a better word, hold you down. Do you know what? If you don't have to interact with this past energy in any way, shape or form, because when you meet this person, like by April, your past person will try to make a reappearance. If you don't have to be alone with this person, don't. Alright? Safeguard yourself. Whether you're male or female, safeguard yourself. Alright? because we've got poison, toxic, unhealthy behaviours. Don't eat anything from this person either. Not that you would, or not, you know, but a few of you may. Trash, discarding, throwing out. So yeah, look, you won't be eating anything. You know, you're not the type of person to eat from people anyway, and so I feel like you'll be fine. With this card here, I feel like you've definitely taken out the trash. You've definitely got rid of things that no longer serve you, and you're in a much better space and energy. This person that's coming in is going to be complementing your energy. It's, you know, they will be adding to it rather than taking away from you, or, you know, sucking you dry. You've got really special energy, really healing energy, and you have attracted a lot of people that need healing, and it happens when you're a healer. It's not an easy road to travel, but it happens. You've learned to use your discernment. This person that's coming in is extremely affectionate, and is not afraid to show that. I feel like that's been what's been missing as well in your life. Not to say that everybody in your past has treated you terribly, no, but at the same time, I do feel like there have been a few connections that have, you know, that have definitely made you think a certain way about people. You have, like I said, done a lot of work on yourself, but, you know, you did think that way at some point, and I'm sure most of us would have done in that situation or in those situations. We've got wedding. Give the relationship, well, give your relationship a chance, but I read it as give the relationship a chance. So give this connection a chance when it comes forward. We've got playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So yeah, this person is going to be getting you back in touch with your inner child in the best possible way. I feel like this person's going to inject some fun into your life. Definitely worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. But you guys are okay with that. You guys know, you know, it's been a while. You guys know that, you know, things take time, and you're actually okay with certain things anyway. I feel like at the moment where you are, is you're in the energy of wanting to share yourself with somebody else, and this person is definitely making their way in. It will feel like a past relationship. It will feel like you've known this person your whole life once you start talking to them. Keep an open mind, because, you know, this person may not fit your usual type, but then has your usual type worked for you in the past? Probably not. But that has been your reading, my pile number 3s. Look out for spring. I feel like that is when you're going to be meeting this person. It may take a while to get this connection off the ground, because I feel like you're going to be, you know, cautious and reserved. And you know what? It's not a bad thing. I feel like this person's okay with it. I feel like they're going to be a little bit cautious and reserved, but you guys will talk, you will communicate, and it will be something that just builds. I feel like this will build into like a beautiful friendship, into a beautiful affair, into a beautiful connection, into a beautiful commitment, and so you guys have got something beautiful to look forward to. If you were drawn to any of the other piles, please feel free to pick any of the other piles. I don't really feel like this was completely linked in any way to the others. Like 1 and 2 were very sort of, you know, it was obvious that they were linked together, but this one, it was only one card, or I think it was one card that came out in all the piles, so that's why I said go and have a look anyway, just in case there are messages in any of the piles for you. So right, this is it, my darlings. Please like, share and subscribe. I'm not monetized here, so if you do want to donate to the channel, the details will be in the description box below. You take care, my darlings, and have a great evening, morning or afternoon.